I was texting with a campaign official, Wilmington-based, who is telling me, confirming reports that there is some sort of a holdup between the Biden team and the Trump campaign about whether or not the mics are going to be muted the way that they were last time when it is not somebody's turn to speak. They are saying that the Harris team wants the mics turned on. They want the mics hot the whole time, and they are saying that is a problem at this point because the Trump team is pushing back there. So that's where we're at.
Sure.
The Harris campaign is now raising issues about the rules for this debate, and the Trump campaign is responding. So essentially, the Harris campaign now says that it wants hot mics during the entire debate. And Jose, you'll remember that is remarkable because a couple of months ago, the Biden team actually did not want hot mics during the debate. They wanted muted mics when the other candidate was speaking. Now, this is a statement from the Harris campaign. It says, in part, the vice president is ready to deal with Trump's constant lies and interruptions in real time. Trump should stop hiding behind the mute button. Now, the Trump campaign is firing back and saying that it is the Harris team, which is asking for more rule changes, including sitting down during the debate and also referring to notes and also opening statements as well. Now, I just spoke with someone from the Harris team who denies those rule changes, but as Garrett mentioned, this seems to be an ongoing dispute.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. And we're going to be talking about the coward Kamala Harris, where she's just trying to rig the actual debate because she is in fear of losing. And we're going to be going over that today because apparently the people are not really understanding the memo on what Kamala Harris is and the type of person that they have to do in order to make her seem like a good and great person. Because, I mean, honestly, if they had any bit of backbone and knew that their policies were going to work, I think just maybe that they would allow Kamala Harris to do more than just one simple debate. Because this whole administration, this whole party is only doing one debate, and we don't see any others being, being accepted by Kamala Harris. No interviews accepted by Kamala Harris. And again, Trump went out into say there are two other debates he would like to have, one on Fox News and I think one on CBC or what have you. And she hasn't accepted either of those except for the very biased news network that would help stroke her little ego and her apparent erection. Because that's the only way that she will want to do the debate. Now, we have this here, CNN, kind of just saying that, oh, Trump is being a coward or whatever for, not trying to accept the debate. Well, we'll be going over that shortly, but here you have the material in front of you.
Leading us off this morning with the latest reporting on Team Harris. And Priscilla, you're hearing from the campaign this morning about new demand that they have for the next debate. What is that?
That's right, Sarah. We're learning about some back and forth happening between the two campaigns as they sort out these rules for the ABC presidential debate happening next month. Now, what this includes, as I'm told, is the microphones, whether or not they stay on during the debate. Remember that in June, the then Biden campaign had requested that the mics be turned off when each of the candidates was speaking. That is a little different from the way that the Harris campaign is approaching this. They actually want the microphones to stay on. This is a statement that from Brian Fallon, the Harris campaign senior advisor for communications. I'll read you part of it. It says, "Our understanding is that Trump's handlers prefer the muted microphone because they don't think their candidate can act presidential for 90 minutes on his own." They later go on to say that they don't think he can handle himself against Vice President Harris without the benefit of a mute button. Now, the Trump campaign pushback on this is that these rules had already been agreed upon when President Biden was the candidate, though I'm told that the only remaining dispute at this time is microphones, despite suggestions from the Trump campaign that she also wanted notes and wanted to be seated. Now, I am also told that the next next few days are going to be very focused on debate preparations. We've seen the vice president on the trail a lot over the last month. She's expected to keep up the travel, but maybe at a bit of a different pace, as she also puts a big focus on the preparations for this debate, knowing, of course, just how critical they are and how large of an audience tunes in when she goes toe-to-toe against former President Donald Trump.
So we're going to be going over this as well, because there is a lot of things that I kind of want to dig in here to kind of explain my points and why I think this is complete insanity on why the left think this is funny or whatever, because they don't have the ability to critically think or understand on why Trump is saying this. Trump has gone out to say, there's a Troop Social saying, I watched ABC fake news this morning. Both lightweight reporter Jonathan Carlos K. ridiculous and biased interview of Tom Cotton, who was fantastic, and their so-called panel of Trump haters. And I ask, why would I do the debate against Kamala Harris on that network? Well, panelist Donald Brazil gave the two questions to the Marxist candidate like she did for crook Hillary Clinton. Well, Kamala's best friend who heads up ABC do likewise. Whereas Little's George Lapidopoulos hanging out now. Will he be involved? They've got a lot of questions to answer. Why did Harris turn down Fox, NBC, CBS, and even CNN? Stay tuned. And I have a lot of this. And of course, this is also saying from Trump campaign cast fresh doubt on September's debate with Harris over microphone dispute. And again, it should be Harris campaign cast fresh doubt on Trump over microphone dispute. Because again, these two words need to be switched out. This needs to be Harris campaign, and then this needs to be put to Trump. Because again, we find this that they're doing this. I find it very hilarious that they're doing this after the fact that Donald Trump, Donald Trump and RFK Jr. made an endorsement to Donald Trump, and they both allied with each other, and now they're terrified that they have to make extra precautions and change the rules of the debate because they fear that they're going to lose and make Kamala look bad if they don't do this, right? That's what we're getting this from here, right? And let me put another perspective as well, guys, where Kamala Harris has not gone out and spoke to anybody for over 45 days, give or take. And that is a huge problem. I don't see to where this is going to be beneficial. And of course, another thing as well, if you were having, if you had a set plan of, a meeting, right? Or a set plan of, oh, well, this is what we agreed upon, this is how much I'm going to cost, or whatever, and, whatever. Say, and they're saying, okay, this costs about $250, right? This item that you purchased, whatever. Let's be it maybe a computer or something, or a laptop. And it costs $250. Well, they're saying, okay, you agreed upon it. And then about 2 weeks out, you're saying, we're going to go for the meeting, and we're going to say, okay, I want to purchase this laptop. But all of a sudden, it says, well, now it's $450. $200 more. And and of course, these people here laughing about this, and all this stuff, saying oh yeah, because he agreed to it, and all that stuff, saying oh he's gonna be abandoned. But why would he accept a terrible debate? Why would he accept something that is $200 more than it would actual cost? I would say, no, I'm not buying that. First off, I don't have the money to buy that because I said I wanted this. We agreed on the deal that it was $250, but now all of a sudden at the last minute, you're saying that it's now $450. You're saying it's $200 more than what we agreed upon. Why would I agree to this? And why would people go out and criticize somebody and saying, ha ha ha, you're not going to do the debate, ha ha ha, because we changed we changed on the way that the debate was going to be. And we agreed upon that it was going to be this, and 2 weeks out, you say, no, it's not going to be this, it's going to be this. That is asinine. Why would anybody want to agree to this debate? Now, I think Trump despite on how bad the premise would be, should still do the debate just because I think he would still smash Kamala Harris into the ground. Into the actual ground, I think he would still smash her into the ground. But it makes utter sense onto why Trump would not want to do this debate, because they're just switching the rules. First, they switched the person they were going to do it on. First, it was going to be Biden. Then, they switched that on him. And then it was going to be Kamala Harris. And now, for the third time, they're switching out the thing again for hot mics. What are they going to do? Is next week they're going to change to where, like, where they're like, oh, well, you can't speak more than 30 seconds. What is this? Like, it's completely crazy that these people here in this comment section is going to say, oh, well, he's running scared. Trump's running scared. It's like, what do you mean he's running scared? You're changing the debate cycle every 2 weeks of what is allowed and what is not. It's like, why should we give Kamala Harris the benefit of the doubt that she should be able to dictate what is said in the debate that she wants? Because she wants all this stuff for her to do it. To me, it sounds like Kamala Harris is running scared. Kamala Harris is scared that Trump is going to make a fool out of her, so she has to rig the debate, she has to change the debate to her liking, so that way things would be better for her, so she doesn't look like more of a clown. That's the way that I see it. So I think Kamala Harris is running scared. She's being an absolute coward. She has to have a very favorable media on her side and make it so much to make it so much applaud to her, so that way things can go better to her favor. I think Trump, if he does accept it, he's an actual god for accepting it because of how much they rigged the debate and how much that they're trying to switch it. It must be very, very annoying for Trump's team or Trump's organizers to set things up and prepare for all this, and then at the last minute have to switch on how to prepare for things because the Kamala Harris wants things to be changed to benefit her more. It's absolutely asinine, and that's why I say that a lot of these people that voted for Kamala Harris have very low IQ. They have no ability to critically think, because if they were able to critically think, if they were out of their TDS for 1 second, they would understand, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right. Wait, Kamala Harris, why did you not agree to the 4 or 5 other debates that he proposed? Why haven't you done any other interviews? Why are you changing it so much consistently for this debate? Like, what's going on here? Why are you hiding? And that's what is most aggravating, right? That's the most aggravating thing out of all of this, that she's changing things so she can make herself look better. I don't see where Trump should do this. But I think in order to get more people on his side, I think it might be better. It really depends on how they're going to do this. It really depends on how bad they're going to rig it. Because it could make Trump look worse than being better. And of course, at the CNN, they did it really, really well. The reason why they're not doing CNN is because they don't want another catastrophe that happened to Joe Biden. Because that one debate that CNN did was an excellent and well-done debate, because they allowed both sides to speak their piece, and they didn't like it. So now she has to run to ABC so that way she can be looking better. That's just the way we have to see it here, right? That's just the way we have to see it. Well, guys, hopefully we'll see what happens. We'll see what plays through. I would support Trump either way on the actual decision that he makes, but it's insane that we just have to allow this thing to just go through and say we have to cater to what the Democrats say just because, you know, they're scared of having a debate with Donald Trump fairly. All right, guys, that's the video. Like to share. As always, take care.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted because it's algorithmic disease, the social media.